Welcome back to the Art of Hitting channel. This is where you get your good information. We got a great one for you today. We got John Feronti, one of the best power hitters in Melbourne, a great exercise guy, has 10% body fat, hits the ball over 350 feet. And we're going to talk about the core and developing your rotational strength so you can get more power and more flexibility. Enjoy, folks. Walking into LA Fitness. I don't get run over. LA Fitness. Here we come, Johnny boy. Hey, John. So you got some good exercises for us to help us make our back stronger. Explain the first one you're going to do.
Well, we're going to work on using the kettlebell to strengthen our back, specifically our lower back, lumbar region here, which is generally supported by your core, but this is still part of your core here.
Yeah, the core is key to good strength.
Hitting, if you got a strong core, it helps your hitting tremendously.
Rotational is key. Your core is.
So we're going to do 3 strengthening exercises. Then we're going to do 3 stretching exercises for mobility.
Okay. Let's do the first one. So what's the first one, John?
First exercise we're going to do what's called a RDL, which is a Romanian deadlift. It's essentially a toe touch with weights. Things that are important to remember. Use your hips as a hip hinge. The first thing you do is kind of hinge back. Just that's a Romanian deadlift. That works your hamstrings, glutes, all the way to your lower back, this whole area here.
And do you how many reps do you do that?
Pretty normal, like 3 sets of 10 to 15, maybe 3 or 4 sets. And weights, whatever is appropriate to keep good form.
What weight were you using there? About 10 pounds?
Yeah, nah, it's like a 20-pound weight.
Oh, that's a 20-pound weight?
Just for demo purposes, yeah.
Okay. And what do you normally do when you?
About 150.
You do 150 pounds? With that, like that?
Well, I do it with the bar.
Oh, with the bar.
They only go up to like 60 or 70.
Yeah, I was going to say, where do you get it? I don't do it.
That'd be a kettlebell about that big.
I never used a kettlebell before. I started doing it like 3 months ago. That's a good one.
Go ahead and try it.
Okay, hold on.
Don't use your arms. Just keep straight. And try to keep your back as straight as you can.
Well, it's like a horse dance.
No.
So I feel it in the back of my legs for sure. Yeah. John, what's the next one?
Do a kettlebell swing. It's just a half swing. We're not going all the way to the ground because we want to just concentrate on our lower back. So start here, just come up to here. So I'm not really using my leg, it's just hinging at my hips.
And how much weight are you using on that?
This is probably a 15-pound weight.
But what do you normally use?
About 40.
40. So the guy starting out should use.
Yeah, you start out with what's comfortable.
Yeah.
The things to remember is back as straight as you can make it. It's a back exercise, so we're not trying to lift and do this.
This again is focused on the core, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It works your back, but it also works your core. Start with the kettlebell between your legs. And just lift it, and there you go. Hinge at your hips. You should be able to feel it in your back and your core a little bit as well. Looks good.
Okay. Third exercise is what now?
Okay. It's a version of a deadlift. So it's going to hold the weight up here.
Now, we're just doing that as an example, but you work out with how much weight do you work out?
This, probably about 100 pounds.
100 pounds. So remember, you don't want to start with 100 pounds. You want to start with whatever's comfortable.
Let you keep good form.
Get it down and go up. Okay, so show us what we do.
Same thing. Hip hinge. Straight back.
And that's pulling on what?
All the way through your lower back. All this area.
This seems like it it supports everything we do in a horse stance.
It is very similar. Very similar.
Okay, well, let me see if I can.
Okay, go.
Yeah. Feel it in the back of my leg. John, recap those 3 exercises we just did.
All right, so we did 3 kettlebell back strengthening exercises. We started with an RDL, a Romanian deadlift, which was just taking the weight, dropping it down, picking it up. Works all your glutes, hamstrings, especially your lower back. Then we went with a swing. And we just finished up with a bending over. All 3 of them will strengthen your back, lengthen your hamstrings, and strengthen your glutes, which will in turn help your core, which will improve your hitting.
And that's what we're saying is going to improve your bat speed, because the core is critical to generating the kinetic energy you need to make your bat faster, right?
Yep. A strong back helps you with your rotational energy. You feel good without hurting yourself.
All works together. And the amazing thing is, a lot of those exercises, like I say, the horse stance, augments. They augment each other, one way or another, right?
Same idea.
Yeah.
All do the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, man. Thanks. Great job.
Thank you.
Let's recap, guys. John's 3 kettlebell exercises: the Romanian deadlift, the swinging bell, and the bending bell. Very simple. Focus on your backs, your glutes, your hamstrings. Helps your flexibility. Now let's go into stretching. Okay, so John, we're over here. We're going to do a little stretching now. Now we stretch before or after? I usually
After. You want to stretch after. Really want to avoid static stretching before workout. Lengthens your muscles, weakens them for a little bit. But you have to do static stretching generally after a workout. So after you've done a hard leg workout, hard back workout, core workout, you want to stretch your back out.
Okay, well, let's
3 exercises I'll show you.
Let's get into the first one.
The first one's just a twist.
Okay.
You just sit here and hold her for about 20 seconds.
It's amazing how long a minute is when you try to hold a stretch for a minute. I try to hold my stretches for a minute. It seems like
if you've done it, it takes about 20 seconds for your muscles to relax from the stretch. And then you've got to stretch a little further. Then just switch sides.
And that, what do we call
static stretch. So you want to hold for at least 20 seconds, if not longer.
Static stretch. Now define the static stretch for me.
Static is nothing's moving. You're just sitting still.
That's what I figured.
Let your muscles relax and they'll lengthen as they relax.
They lengthen as they relax. Okay. The second one is?
Lay down with your feet up.
Uh-huh.
Just turn to the side.
Yeah.
You feel this right across your back. Same thing, it's a static stretch. You just hold it for 20 seconds at least, up to a minute if you can.
Well, I do this one a lot, and it simulates to me the hip movement when you swing. Right? I mean, what I mean is that's what you're doing with your hips. You've got to move them like that. Your hips got to be loose, right?
If you can increase your mobility, more rotational movement, so you should have a better swing. Just switch sides.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're doing. You're getting your hips loose. You got to have them hips in that rotation. Yeah. Okay, that's a real one. I like that. The third one is lay on your back and pull your knees to your chest.
It stretches everything from here. And
Again,
it's static stretch as well, so you just hold it 20, 30 seconds or longer if you can.
Well, the people hold on. If you hold it a minute, you'll find out how long a minute is.
Yeah,
it's so long.
A minute's a lot.
What I do is I use my cell phone, put it down there, because a minute comes a lot quicker in my mind than it really does.
You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it's been a minute yet. You'll be in ice water for the 3 minutes. 3 minutes in ice water seems like a month.
All right, this is a child's pose stretch. It's just down on all fours, and you try to take your glutes down to your heels as close as you can. And you'll feel the stretch right through your hips, through your lower back, probably through your upper back and shoulders. It's a great stretch. Just once again, just a static stretch. Hold it 20, 30 seconds or more.
Push like this.
Yeah, you want to keep your hips on the floor and just push up with your arms and stretch your back. You should feel it decompressing.
Yeah, I do, man. It feels good. I do a lot of stretches, but I've never done this one. I really like this. Yeah, and you move. Hey, look, you do this. I think it helps too because your head, right?
You work your neck as well. Yeah. Good thought.
Some of the worst times I've had in hitting was when I had a neck problem. I couldn't hit very well when I get a bad neck.
Yeah, when your neck's hurting, it's.
I love this like this. Okay, well that's. So tell everybody what's the benefit of stretching.
Well, the obvious benefit, of course, is you got more mobility, which means there's less chance of injury. And if you have more mobility, you're probably going to perform better. You'll be able to have a greater swing width. So instead of swinging here, you've got to swing more, with strength. And the biggest thing for me is you're just not going to get injured as often.
But John, you got what, 10% body weight at what, 65? You 65, right?
66.
66.
Not quite that low, but it's okay.
Still hitting them 350, killing the ball. You were a championship swimmer in college, huh?
Yeah, All-American.
Yeah, he's a stud, folks. And you just had a free clinic from John Feronti. Thanks, John. Now, I've known John for over 40 years. He doesn't play a lot of travel ball because of work commitments, but he has got as fast a bat as most of the great hitters I've played with. He's got great speed. He's got 2 new knees. He does all this with 2 new knees. He stayed in the best shape. He's about the same weight he's been 40 years ago. Great player, good information. Hey, listen, hit subscribe. Thank you.